Signification is only a result of the failure of language, and singularity seems to propose the idea that we could do away with that failure. Like, you'll know exactly what I mean.
Yeah.
Which is to say, which is to suggest that in my head, in my inner life,
you know exactly what you mean.
I know exactly what I mean. But, but Zizek's saying that our thoughts, if we take them to be structured by language, and if our thoughts are linguistic, then that problem cannot be reduced. That problem cannot be fully resolved, because even our inner life, so to speak, before it's linguistic, or is always already structured like a language.
Yeah. What's that?
Jake,
you have memorized. What's the T.S. Eliot? That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant at all.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The love song of J. Alfred Prufrock. Yeah. That's
a nice reading of it. I like that.
Totally. Yeah. In fact, when I first read that poem, I was like, this, that was my Derrida age, but I was like, oh, this is fucking, talk about a structuralist poem, right? Mm-hmm. That is not it at all. That is not what I meant at all. It's great. If one, anyway, I won't go through the poem, but that's totally it, right? It's this you always missed me, that is embedded in language. But yeah, so I think the problem.
One more poetry reference from Metaphors of a Magnifico by Wallace Stevens, as he's walking over the bridge. Of what was I thinking? So the meaning escapes.
Right. Right. It's exactly. Those two are almost the same refrain. Actually, it's so brilliant. Yeah. Really, they communicate the same thing.
And that's part of the wealth of experience, right? Is the ways in which we miss, like the ways in which we drop a line of thinking or something which doesn't accord with our physical surroundings or accord with our even perspicuous mental associations with a scene. It's like the inconsistencies there.
Poetry, I think it's like a good example. Poetry is a fantastic example in this case, because what could poetry be in the singularity, right? Poetry is all about the stand-in and the like when you say a synecdoche, for example, when you say when you're referring to a boat and you say a sail, right? Mm-hmm. That the stand-in, the association, the rhyme, the allusion, all these are not you can't I mean, well, it's like
inferment is ontological. It's actually kind of amazing how well language functions for how fucking broken it is, fundamentally and constitutionally lacking it is and the gap between meaning and signification. It's kind of amazing how well it does work. And actually, one of the other lines in J. Alfred Prufrock is, it's impossible to say just what I mean, but as if a magic lantern through the nerves and patterns on a screen, and so when I've never actually thought about it in these terms, but so if a magic lantern through the nerves and patterns on the screen, nerves, he's actually kind of making it neurological, right? This sort of as if a magic lantern were throwing those nerves on a screen, projecting them. It's like our brain gets projected through language on a screen, and it's this silhouette of what we might be thinking, and yet through language we actually project it, and fucking hell, it has a shape. It makes a shape.